Most people say they want to change their life. They want more discipline, more success, more confidence. But months pass, years pass, and nothing really changes. Not because they are lazy, not because they are incapable, but because they are trapped in a pattern they rarely notice, a pattern that quietly keeps their life exactly the same. Once you see it, it becomes obvious, and once you understand it, you can finally break it. Most people believe change starts with motivation. They think one day they will wake up feeling ready, ready to work harder, ready to be disciplined, ready to pursue bigger goals. So they wait. They wait for the perfect mood. They wait for the right time. They wait until life feels easier. But the strange thing about waiting is that it slowly becomes a habit. The longer you wait, the more natural waiting feels. Days become weeks, weeks become months, and the dream that once felt exciting slowly turns into something distant, not impossible, just postponed, again and again. Why this happens? There is a reason the brain does this. The brain is designed for comfort and survival, not constant growth. Growth is uncomfortable. It requires effort, uncertainty, failure, and the brain tries to avoid those things, so it creates very convincing excuses. I'll start tomorrow. I just need to plan better. I'm not ready yet. These thoughts feel reasonable, but they are usually just fear wearing a logical mask. Fear of failing, fear of looking foolish, fear of discovering that the goal might be harder than expected. So the brain protects you by keeping you where you are, safe, comfortable, unchanged. The people who eventually change their lives realize something important. They stop waiting for motivation. They start moving before motivation arrives. Because motivation is not the beginning of action. Motivation is usually the result of action. Once you start something, even in a small way, your brain begins to adapt. Effort becomes normal. Progress becomes visible, and slowly the resistance disappears. This is why people who take the first step often keep going, not because it becomes easy immediately, but because the mind adjusts to the new direction. If you want real change, stop focusing on massive transformation. Focus on tiny, consistent actions. 1 page read, 1 short workout, 1 hour of focused work. Small actions may feel insignificant, but they create evidence that you are someone who moves forward. And once the brain starts seeing that evidence, something powerful happens. Your identity begins to change. You are no longer someone who only plans, you become someone who acts. That shift alone changes everything. The biggest lie people believe about success is that it requires a perfect beginning, but almost every meaningful change begins in a messy way, uncertain, imperfect, small. The difference between people who change their lives and those who stay the same is rarely talent. It is usually a simple decision to start before feeling ready. Because once movement begins, life begins to respond, and slowly the person you wanted to become starts appearing in your daily actions, one small step at a time.